Hello everyone, and welcome to the first summit of the new decade and of course 2020. For the first summit of 2020, I will be going to the Kew Gardens, Long Island Railroad Station, and the City Terminal Zone. Now this area is located right by Lefferts Boulevard in Kew Gardens. So I'll be taking the Q46 this morning. It's only about a 10-minute walk from Queens Boulevard. So one thing I'm going to be noticing today is the old pedestrian bridge that was built nearly almost 100 years ago. We're going to look for that today. And also, I might show you a little bit around Kew Gardens depending on how iffy I feel about that. Time constraints, stuff like that. Because I know we're going to wrap up by showing you all the downtown. And I might even show the beginning of the video a little bit of Kew Gardens. You know, give you an idea of what's in the area, I guess, around Queens Boulevard when you get off the 46. And then just go to where we need to go, Lefferts Boulevard, show the downtown, and then get over to the train station. Because then afterwards, I'm actually going to be walking back to Queens Boulevard off camera to grab lunch at the Bialy and Bagel place I'm going to show you guys in the video. Because we're not going to cross the street, obviously, because I will be where CVS is, because I have to walk in that area anyway. So, yeah. I think with that, just a little overview of what's going to happen today. One quick note before I move on to the next segment in Kew Gardens is that it is windy today, so I don't know how the wind's going to affect the mic on the camera. So I do apologize if something doesn't come out right. Worst comes to worst, I can always do a voiceover on Audacity if I have to. That's if the playback doesn't come out so well when I review it on iMovie, but that's why I can do voiceovers, right? But there is still going to be a summit, so that I'm going to guarantee you all today. Because I've felt like, I really have wanted to do one for a while, and since my schedule's just been so iffy lately, I figured might as well do a station I haven't really gotten to. And also, one quick thing I want to mention before I wrap up the video. I went to an event yesterday at the Westminster Dog Show. It was for the Westminster Dog Show, right. Meet the Breeds for the American Kennel Club at the Javits Center. I was able to look around the area of Hudson Yards, and I've pretty much scouted the area out pretty much, so that way I know what to expect, and, because I definitely want to show you all the vessel. Because I am going to guarantee you all, sometime in June or sometime in July, I'm guaranteeing that we are going to do Hudson Yards. I'm going to make it a guarantee. Then in the summer, it's going to happen. Because it was windy when I was in Hudson Yards yesterday with my folks. It was very windy. So I'm hoping that maybe I might get lucky enough, if it's a hot, humid day for an odd reason, that maybe there'll be a breeze while I'm by the Hudson River. You never know. It's like the South Shore of Nassau. Every time I've gone to Merrick and Belmore, when I've gone onto those platforms, I've noticed breezes. So maybe it's not my imagination, I guess. So Hudson Yards is going to be done later this year. I'm guaranteeing you all that right now. That's to be determined in summer of 2020. So I think with that, that's going to conclude this segment. So next up, I'm going to show you a little bit around Queens Boulevard in Kew Gardens. Then we're going to go to Lefferts Boulevard. And then we're going to do the grand finale, which is the train station. Stay tuned for more. All right, everyone. Welcome to Kew Gardens. So we are at Queens Boulevard and 78th Avenue. So, first thing to notice is CVS. And you got your FedEx office here. And then I want to show you my bagel place I like to go to here, which I'll be going to later. It's not a far walk from Lefferts Boulevard, but if there's something else that catches my eye, I might grab something in the Lefferts Boulevard area later As I've never been to Lefferts, I'm only familiar with this stretch of Queens Boulevard. So, there's a 99-cent store. You got your deli over there. The thing's covering it up, so I can't really show you anything. We got pizza store, floral shop, fix your cell phones, dermatologist, technically port. It's technically dermatology. So, I'm not going to show you that much, but there is a school right here. I forget the name of the school at the moment, but there are schools in this area for medical training. For an example. Oh boy. Look at this. This used to be a tavern. Yeah, I remember. This used to be a tavern. Let's read this. They condemned the building. Wow. There's no tavern in this area. That stinks. Buildings commissioner on December 30th. So that's pretty much almost a month. Yeah, I forget what this place used to be. Let's see if I can, I know I don't like to do this, but circumstance be forewarned. I want to know what the name of this place used to be. Yeah, O'Halloran's. Yes, now I remember. This used to be O'Halloran's. Man, that stinks. O'Halloran's was condemned. I used to go in there in most cases to watch sports. That stinks. Okay, so you got Hustle Convenience. Used to go in there all the time. This can't be for real. Philly Pretzel Factory's opening here? That's huge! Wow! You got spa, dental. Now, delis. Highly recommend Redwood. Highly recommend Redwood when you're in this area. They got Boar's Head Pastrami. And then you got a liquor store. I'm not going to get into that. And of course you got your Starbucks. And then Chase, which again, everything is not that far from the Kew Gardens train station, I guess. Here's Plaza College. That's what it was called. And then here's a big building. I've been in that building before for, I'm not going to go into why I've been in that building, but that building is very important here in this area. I'm not going to get into why. But I've done the Kew Gardens station. That was the first summit I ever did for the series, so I'll card that right now, since we are near it. And I just came out of it, so yeah. So I will mention one thing regarding other buses. So this is the stop for the Q37. So the 37 goes to Resorts World Casino. And I'm assuming that's why a lot of people are here right now. They're on their way to the casino. Which I'll show you the routes. See? Goes to Resorts World. And it goes right to Ozone Park. So you have that. And then, right, the Q10. Q10 is right here on Kew Gardens Road. So if you're looking for the Q10, that's how you can get there. And yes, I remember, this used to be a Duane Reade. So how long has this Duane Reade been closed for? Yeah, because this used to be a Duane Reade. It closed a while back. Oh, it's been closed for 2 years now. Wow. Been closed since 2017. Well, I mean, think about this, you know, Walgreens was taking over everything anyway, so there's really no point into that. And then, since we're right by the train station, get this, MTA police is here. Look at that. Because we have to go by Austin Street. That's where the train station is, so I think with that, a little bit of an introduction to Kew Gardens along Queens Boulevard by the Union Turnpike area. So next up will be the train station. All right, we're here at the Kew Gardens Long Island Railroad Station at the City Terminal Zone. So, there is a waiting room here. Interesting, so we do have a waiting room. All right. I'm just curious to see if there's like a little restroom in here. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't, I don't know. I'll find out later. Wow, look at this. 2011 artwork. Wow. Proper images of Kew Gardens. Look at that. That's beautiful. I don't think I've ever seen a station on the network on the whole LIRR system like that. Oh, so they have a coffee shop here. Maybe I might walk in there later. So I'm kind of hungry. So I might see what they got in there. Then I can always just go back to where I need to be later. So just as an example, let's do regular off-peak fare. Oh boy. Let's see, can I get something to work? Here we go. Let's do a one-way. Kew Gardens to Forest Hills for an example. Here we go. Off-peak, that would be $6.50. Okay. So let's do it disabled. None. That'd be $4.50. All right. So there you have it. That's just a little bit of an idea. Uh-oh. Look what we got, folks. Bridge plates. Yep. Why aren't I surprised they're here? Well, since we are technically in this area, so we got Roast and Company Coffee Shop. So again, I'll look in there later to see if they got bagels and stuff like that later. I mean, like something with cream cheese or something. Because now I can always go back to Queens Boulevard and then grab a bite to eat there. Like I like to. Fairchild Fine Furniture. We have a day spa here. And then this is what Kew Gardens is best known for. Austin's Ale House. That's what they're best known for in this area. Because if you ever take the train here, this branch going towards Jamaica, you always will see this. It's on the left if you ever see it past Kew Gardens. Austin's Ale House, Trackfest Cafe. Oh, so they have two properties here. Interesting. Okay, they got Austin's Ale House once again here. So I guess this is where Austin's technically is. They just probably have this for fancy signage or something like that. I don't know, but there are more stores on Lefferts that I will take you all later on. Oh, I think we got a memorial here. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Because then we'll also find out when the next westbound train to Penn's coming over here just for fun. I don't want to go to Manhattan, obviously. I want to go to Elmhurst later and go to the Queens Center Mall on my off time. Okay, May 29, 2014. This day marks the official opening of the expanded Austin's Ale House Trackside Cafe, which completes the restoration project in coordination with Mass Transit Authority of New York, Long Island Railroad Community Board 9, and the Austin Ale House principals Mark, John, and Tony. This beautification project will serve as an enjoyable destination for the Queens community for years to come. Wow. So 6 years ago, this was expanded. Back in 2014. Wow. Because think about it. It's 2020 now, and 2014 was 6 years ago. Well, figure. All right. So now we're going to go to the train station. That's why we're here, of course. Got me in my eye. Oh. Rodney Dangerfield. Wow, I didn't know he was a Kew Gardens resident. Yeah, he was a famous actor. That's interesting. Learn something new every day about different about Kew Gardens I never knew about before. I mean, of course, they take the E or the F train here, but never the Long Island Railroad. Okay, now let's go to the proper summit here in Kew Gardens. So, first things first, I need a sign here. Oh boy, we're gonna do some Railfanning. I think this is gonna be an M7. So we'll wait for it to come by in the meantime. Okay, the next train to Penn will be at 12:17. So we'll stop at Forest Hills and then go right to Penn Station. Look at that. Now, if you are here at Kew Gardens and you need service to Woodside, you just take the subway, plain simple. Take the E, the F, and go to Jackson Heights Roosevelt. Here we go, folks. M7 train coming. car was 7101. I caught that. Instinct. Taking the Long Island Railroad for almost 2 years. You know that. And I will mention I will be using the railroad next month from Hicksville, which I'll mention I am going to go to Macy's. Uh-oh. I hope my eyes aren't deceiving me. I hope there's not an unauthorized person on the track. False alarm, it's just the signals. I'm sorry, I get the paranoia from me. Comes from my grandfather. Which I'll mention, the homestead. That's an assisted living house. Oh, here we go. Here comes an eastbound train right now. I think this is going to Huntington. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Uh-oh, epic fail. There's no working destination sign. There are passengers on that train right now. It's an M7. I can definitely tell it's an M7. But there's no working destination sign. Yep, I had to put the Price is Right music. If I got the lead car, I could have reported that to the Long Island Railroad, but too late now. Okay, 4 tracks here. 4 tracks. Ooh. What we got, folks? Water. Probably left over from the rainstorm we had over the weekend on Saturday, because today's Monday. But I am noticing that there are concrete ties here. So this is concrete, but it's already bending. Take a look at that. That's not good. Yeah, I think on the other side there's wood, so I may have to look at that afterwards, but... Yep. Once again, National Suicide Prevention Hotline phone number, 1-800-273-8255. Now we got that out of the way, like I always do for every video. Yes, so there's 1203 train to Huntington, 1217 to Penn, and then 103 to Huntington. Because I know later this afternoon, sometime before 2 o'clock, there's supposed to be an eastbound train going to Babylon. Which I know, yeah, that's the 138 that leaves from Penn. Now I remember. Because 135 is the Huntington train that leaves Penn. And then 138, that train from Penn to Babylon, stops at Forest Hills, then Kew Gardens. Right, I know that train pretty well. It's 12:17. It's not even noon yet, so no wonder I'm hungry. I had breakfast at 8 o'clock this morning. So we are going to be able to get a lot of rail fanning today, it looks like. So I am noticing that's the bridge up there. Yeah, people have complained to me that that bridge is too old. And the Long Island Railroad in the capital plan, they're supposed to, blow it up and put a new one over there. All right, more rail fanning. M7. Lead car was 7135. So there you have it, folks. I'm on the case. And he's always on the case lately. Again, it's rider's intuition using the railroad for 2 years. Maybe it's because I'm good at spotting it. Especially, again, I actually tried my same skills on Metro North and Fordham last year, and it actually worked off camera. Okay, speaking of Metro North, I'm going to do a poll right now. Do you guys want me to do another Metro North stem this summer? Because I was considering going to Yonkers on the Hudson line. And then also doing White Plains on the Harlem line. Well, let me know. I'll put the poll up right now. So I'll have to put a poll, and I'll have to put Andy's channel. And then Andy's channel, no. Right, that's for another video, which I'll put up in February. But let's go to the eastbound side. So we're gonna have to cross Lefferts Boulevard. Now, I guess since we are here on Lefferts Boulevard, let's get into a little bit of the
little bit of things to do, I guess, around this area, because we're not going to go that far, I guess, due to time constraints. Okay, so we got 2 bodegas. Here's a bodega. There's a bodega. Oh, Mr. Wish Natural Fruit Store. Interesting. Rotisserie chicken and burgers. So what time are they opening today? Oh, they're only open for dinner? How is that even possible? Yeah, and then there's Austin's Ale House, but I think this is a realty. Yeah, it's realty. I could tell. I could definitely tell. All right, good. There is a bus stop here. So I don't know. I may wait for the bus to go back to Kew Gardens. If it's going back to Kew Gardens that way, I might just take it. I do have a transfer, and my legs are just killing me. And I know down the street on Lefferts Boulevard, there is a 7-Eleven. So again, I'm not really going to go that far today because, again, you know, I had a long walk from Union Turnpike just now. So let's continue walking. So we got supermarket, grocery store. We got another bagel store, so that's interesting. But I don't really want to go there because, again, I don't really like that. I mean, I'm not really comfortable with other stuff because I'm more comfortable with my other bagel store on Queens Boulevard. Okay, Chinese. We got Chinese over here. We got a fish market, Thai market, Village Quick News. I don't think they've been open. Oh, I want to mention down there was a movie theater. I do want to see 1917. Well, I don't know what time it's playing, and I don't have the time to sit through a movie right now. But I'll mention 1917 is a movie about World War I. And Colin First, I think his name is? I think it's Colin First. Really did a good job in it. So, am I noticing something? This can't be. Black kosher. Wow. I mean, there are a lot of Orthodox in Forest Hills, but in Kew Gardens? Wow. That's interesting. Oh, and there's Seatown. I used to go in there a lot to get my grandfather groceries when he was a resident of the homestead. And sadly, in June, my grandfather Jerome Ring, 9-year anniversary, June 18th, 2011, which I remember the date so well because it was a Saturday. And my mom woke me up and told me the bad news at 10 o'clock in the morning when I normally sleep. And this is when I was in school, of course, but yeah. My grandfather was a resident there for a long time, from 2007 to 2011. And he would always look out the window sometimes, and I'd rail fan with him up there, which was always a perfect spot. And we would keep the schedules, figure out when the train was coming here to Kew Gardens. That's why I'm pretty familiar with this, because this all used to be wooden ties back in the day. So, yeah, 1203 to Huntington will be arriving shortly. So, yeah, look at that, an eastbound Huntington train. That's very impressive. You know, give credit when credit's due. That's pretty good. But obviously, I don't want to go to Huntington. I want to go back to Union Turnpike. Yeah. So I will mention, there is parking here. There is parking here. Now, let's see if they have a rule for parking. Oh, okay. So they do give you parking, but I think you need a permit to park here. I'm not that sure about that. That's something I would have to look into for future reference. Yeah, they're just making the announcement for the Huntington train. So, yeah, I think with that, I'm going to wrap up this video. At least my first summit of 2020 is complete. And I will mention it does go down there. And we do have graffiti. Oh boy, why aren't I surprised about that? Hey, there's the Q10 right now. All right, so thank you all for watching, and until the next one, please take care.